after when we and thank you very much. All right, may I see the next slide, please, Toastmaster Jen. Thank you so much. Again, welcome everybody to our 2022 Division A Evaluation and Humorous Speech Contest. Now, may we move on to the next slide, please. May I remind everyone to please have your camera off all throughout the contest, and please mute yourselves unless our contest master asks you to. And during the contest, the chat function will be disabled, but you can show your appreciation or your support for your contestant of choice through the emoticon button found at the bottom of our Zoom room. Next slide, please. Thank you so much, Zoom Master. Now, may I remind everyone of our online speech contest testament. By attending this remote division speech contest, you agree to the privacy policy of Toastmasters International, as well as the unassociated remote hosting service. Some of your personal information, such as name, image, and any shared messages may be shared with other meeting participants and will be recorded by Toastmasters International, who may use the recording in the future as it sees fit. Your remote attendance hereby discharges Toastmasters International from all claims, demands, rights, promises, damages, and liabilities arising out of or in connection with the use or distribution of said video recordings, including, but not limited to, any claims for invasion of privacy, appropriation of likeness, or defamation. Now, if you have any violent reactions to this, feel free to log out of our Zoom meeting. But please be aware again that this Zoom meeting is being recorded. Thank you very much. Moving on now to our next slide. And now we officially open our meeting. As your division and director, by the powers invested in me by Toastmasters International, I call this event to order. Let us begin with an invocation by our Division A Area 2 Director, Arlene Chen.
Thank you so much, Division Director Glenda. Let's put ourselves in the holy presence of God, name Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Father, we offer everything to you. We thank you for everyone gathered here today to walk with you. May we ask you for your blessing and guidance so that the activities set up for our division level speech contest be successful. We ask you to open our eyes to see the wonderful things from this activity. We ask that you open our ears so we may retain the invaluable messages from our speakers, that we may also apply this in our own lives. Open our minds for us to think wisely, put us with understanding, cooperation, and peace in fulfilling our responsibilities. Open our hearts so that we may receive your everlasting love, and open our spirit so that we may know that you are with us all throughout the day. We ask all this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. In the name of Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Back to you, Director Glenda.
Thank you so much, Area 2 Director Arlene Chen, for that beautiful invocation. And now, my friends, I would like to introduce to you our first contest master, Division A's Area 3 Director, Craig Manaba. Take it away, Toastmaster Craig.
Thank you, Toastmaster Glenda, the beautiful diva. Good morning and welcome to Division A's Evaluation and Humorous Speech Contest 2022. Before we start, please join me in singing the Philippine National Anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
magiliw, kay basta't silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinagang tula, kawin sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang islang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magtitingin. Luma ng araw ng walhagit pagsikta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya na pagkay mga aking, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you, everyone. Now, for all of those who are Toastmasters, which should be everyone, please raise your right hand as we all together recite the Toastmasters promise. A Toastmasters promise. As a member of Toastmasters International and my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters educational program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters education and recognition programs, and to act within Toastmasters' core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities. All right, you may now lower your hands in case they are now sore. Now, please help me welcome. Let me just check if the person I will be calling is here. He is not here. So, Toastmaster Jan, can we have maybe a bit of a background music while we fix our technical issues?
There's only so many feelings I can hide, so many tears to cry. Trying to be somebody to everybody all the time. Only got so much energy left in me, and I'm running round, just going nowhere. Deep under the surface, I'm smiling but I'm hurting.
Show us your dance moves naman, diva.
Macarena is the only dance move that I know. I don't think it applies to these sounds.
Who's gonna pick me up? I feel like I'm not enough. Who's gonna love me now? Oh, when the lights go out. Let me know, let me know. Let me know, let me know. Let me know, let me know. Let me know, let me know, let me know. Let me know, let me know. Let me know, let me know. Who's gonna love me now? Oh, when the lights go out. I feel it in my blood, I feel it in my veins, and now I cannot get you off my brain. Without you, there's no point to live on. I feel it in my head, I feel it in my heart. I never wanted us to drift apart. Without you, there's no point to live
And we're back. We're front, we're side to side, we're up and down, we're everywhere, all around. Hello again, everyone. I will spotlight myself. I have been spotlighted. Thank you. All right. Next slide, please. To our district officers present, Chief Judge Enel Demano, contest officials, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to our evaluation contest. All the contestants have met the eligibility criteria, which is to be a member in good standing of a club in good standing. All contestants have been briefed about the rules and timings of the contest. Timing will begin with the contestant's first definitive verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. Excuse me one moment. With the audience. There you go. The time allotted for their evaluation is 2 to 3 minutes. There will be a grace period of 30 seconds under time allowance between below 2 minutes and an overtime allowance after 3 minutes for evaluation. That means 30 seconds they will be qualified to compete or to win if their speech is in between 1 minute and 30 seconds up until 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Speakers. Oh, I've said that already. Anything outside of 1 minute and 30 seconds to 3 minutes and 30 seconds will be disqualified. The green color will be displayed at 2 minutes and will remain on until the amber light is shown at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which also will remain on until the red color is displayed at 3 minutes. The red light will be shown up until the contestant is completed with their speech or until the speech has been concluded. No signal will be given for the overtime period. In case of a fault in the timing device, an additional 30 seconds will be allowed for the speaker. So I request the Zoom master to please spotlight the contestants when they are called to deliver their speech. Our speaking order for today or for the evaluation contest has already been determined by a draw of lots. The speaking order is contestant number 1, Ivan Berser. Contestant number 1, Ivan Berser. Contestant number 2, Kyle Astrande. Contestant number 2, Kyle Astrande. Contestant number 3, Rochelle Escolar. Contestant number 3, Rochelle Escolar. Contestant number 4, Ken Nam. Contestant number 4, Ken Nam. Contestant number 5, Jappy Lee. Contestant number 5, Jappy Lee. Now, I will explain the flow of the contest. First, everybody is requested to mute their audio and close their video while the contest is ongoing, except, of course, those who are speaking, the timer, and myself. The Zoom chat has now been disabled. Announcements will still be made through the chat from any of our hosts or co-hosts. The Zoom master will unmute the contestant as per speaking order. I will ask each contestant to adjust his or her video and audio settings and confirm the same by saying, Contestant number, let's say 1, please acknowledge you are unmuted with the good morning contest master. After your response, I will respond with a thank you and then introduce you as follows. I will mention your contestant number, followed by your name. I will repeat your name and then your contestant number. Once I am done with that, you may now proceed with your speech. There will be a 1 minute interval between speeches for the judges to mark their ballots. After all the contestants have finished their speeches, a 5 minute interval will be observed to enable the judges to total their scores and transition the program to the next contest category. The tally counters will then collect the ballots privately from the judges. Announcement of contestant winners is final unless the list of winners is announced incorrectly. Incorrectly, in which case the chief judge, tally counters, or timers are permitted to immediately interrupt to correct the error. After the test speaker has spoken, all contestants will be sent to a breakout room along with the marshal. They will have to keep their video and audio on inside the breakout room. In addition, they will have to show their hands by placing them in visibility range to the marshal inside the breakout room after the 5 minutes have elapsed. They will be told by the marshal to leave the breakout room and move to the main meeting room as per their speaking order. We will now call for the Chief Judge's contestant declaration. Let me introduce to you our Chief Judge, Distinguished Toastmaster Adele Demano.
Thank you, Contest Master Craig. I am happy to inform you that all of the judges, our talliers and timers, as well as the contestants has been briefed. Back to you, Contest Master.
Thank you, DTM Adele. Now, finally, it is time to begin the contest. To our contestants, some reminders. In case of technical failure at the contestant's end, the contestant drops out of the meeting, I will say, timer, please note the time. We will pause until the chief judge provides us the next instructions. Before we start, are there any questions or concerns about the proceedings of the evaluation contest for Division A? I'll give you 10 seconds to raise any concerns by raising your virtual hand so we can call on you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, since there are no concerns, I think it is time. I hope everyone is ready with their papers and pens, especially our contestants, because it is time to introduce to you our test speaker, Toastmaster Shashi Prakash Magsaysay. Toastmaster Shashi, can you please show yourself and can we do a quick tech check? Okay, I am seeing a black screen. Excuse me, one moment.
Good morning, Contest Master Craig. I hope you can hear my voice. Can you?
Yes, loud and clear. Are you ready to deliver your speech for us today?
Yes, Contest Master. And I would like to confirm if you can see my share screen.
Yes, we can.
Great.
All right.
So,
So if you're ready, I will now introduce you. My fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, let us hear it from our test speaker, Toastmaster Shashi Prakash Magsaysay, with his speech entitled, Do You Want Cash? Do you want cash? Toastmaster Shashi Prakash Magsaysay.
do you all see what I'm showcasing you on your screen? I'm sure you all can see that. Do you see some dollars? Yes, I'm very much certain you all can see that. My dear ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, my first question to all of you, do you want cash? Do you? Yes, this is the reaction what I wanted to see from all of you. Do you want cash? Ask me, do I want cash? Hello, good morning. Who doesn't want cash in the world? I want a lot. So as well you. But how much? How much do you want? Thousands? Millions? Billions or trillions? What is the quantity you are seeking for? My fellow Toastmasters, my name is Shashi Prakash, and I'm a trading consultant at Maksasai for hotel and cruise operations. Today, I'm going to ask you all certain things and enlighten you all about the concept. Now, the concept is cash. You are thinking of this cash, C-A-S-H. No, 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 no. You are not getting me the one what I'm talking about. I am talking about K-A-S-S-H. Sounds different, isn't it? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the cash what I am talking about is gonna bring you all the cash what you are thinking in your minds. Yes, in local language, what we call it pera. In my language, we call it pesa. In other languages, you call it other words. My fellow Toastmasters, K stands for the knowledge. K stands for the knowledge. You follow my this cash. You follow my this cash, the cash will follow you. A lot of people around the world, what they really think is they need to run after the cash. But do we catch it? Do we? No, 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 no. It doesn't. We cannot, most of the times, we don't catch it. Why? Because we are running after it and it is running away from us. So should you seek for the cash, you follow my this cash. K for knowledge, gain your knowledge in such a way that whatever trade you are into, you become the master of that. Have the attitude. Now, what exactly is the attitude? Attitude is toward myself and behavior is toward others. What majority of the people get confused with. Have the continuous learning attitude. Whatever, you might have become the program manager, the director, the president, the CEO, but if you are not continuously learning in your trade, you are not going to reach anywhere. K for knowledge, A for attitude, and without the strategies, you're not going anywhere. You got to have the written strategies. Put it all right in front of you all the time. So when you are looking into your strategies in the written manner, it is reminding you, hey, Shashi Prakash, you got to do this, man, today. You got to do this today. It is a continuous reminder. Next comes the skills. You have developed your knowledge, you have gained it, you have maintained your good continuous attitude of learning, you have written down your strategies. Now these three things combined together will help you develop your skills. Hello, you all have heard the statement, people do not hire for your skills. Why? Because skills can always be developed. I am a professional chef for international cruise lines. If I'm going to hire you, I will teach you my recipes, not the one what you know. So skills come in the latter part. And then second, what is the most important aspect is develop good habits. Bad habits everybody can develop, and actually we don't need to develop it. We all just get it all by itself. I smoke. How did I develop this habit? It just got into it. I did not want to. I just developed. But I developed one good habit. What is it? Finding one word in the dictionary every day and I write it in my diary. It's a good habit. Develop the good habits. My fellow Toastmasters, you follow my this cash, the cash will follow you. And whether you are a male or female, you're a man or a woman, if you follow my this cash, you all will become a mom. Yes, you're hearing me right. Mom, yes. Are you willing to become a mom? I am already a mom. Wondering What is a mom? No, 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 relax. I'm still a male. My fellow Toastmasters, mom stands for magnet of money. Magnet of money. You follow the cash concept, you become the magnet of money because you have all the traits, you have all the characters, you have all the things required. What attracts the money toward you? At the end of the day, what matters is how much you have. How much you have. And that is what is the my conclusion for my subject, cash. You follow my this cash, the cash follows you. And on that note, decide now, what do you want? What do you choose? Success? Cash is the key to success. You are not required to follow the para, the money, the paisa, the dirham, the dollar. What you need is to follow very simply, gain your knowledge, develop your attitude, have the good strategies, maintain your skills, and enhance your good habits. Contest here, back to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you to our test speaker. Let us please give him a virtual round of applause by using our reaction button. At this time, I will ask the Zoom master to invite all evaluation contestants and the contest marshal to the breakout room. Toastmasters Rochelle and Ivan, please join the breakout room. We're waiting for one more person. All right. To our Zoom master, maybe we can broadcast a message to our role takers to rejoin the main room. While we do that, I would like to thank once again our test speaker for today. It's not easy being a test speaker, being evaluated by multiple people. So, because we want to thank you so much, while we give our contestants 5 minutes to collect their thoughts, timer, please start our 5 minutes. We will use this time to show our appreciation to our test speaker. Zoom master, please share our certificate of appreciation for Toastmaster Shashi. And Toastmaster Shashi, I will invite you. There you go. I will invite you again to the main stage so that we can take a photo of you with your certificate of appreciation. So this reads, Certificate of Appreciation to Toastmaster Shashi Prakash in recognition of outstanding support of Toastmasters International's communication and leadership programs for serving as our test speaker for the 2022 evaluation contest division level. Toastmaster Shashi, please show us your brightest smile as we take a photo. We will take that snap in 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Shashi. And I do want the cash. Please give me some. My GCash number is 0917. I am kidding. All right. Now that we're back, I just want to say that that was such an amazing speech. For those of you who do not want cash, please type 1 in the chat box. See, the chat is disabled because I'm sure nobody does not want cash. Everyone wants cash. Toastmaster Shashi, we have about 2 to 3 minutes left. I'd like to invite you just for a few questions, if that's okay with you. Toastmaster Shashi, I'm just wondering, out of all of the topics in the world, why did you choose something to do with earning money through these 5 things?
Thank you, Contest Chair. The point is, first, let me tell you about myself. I am the corporate trainer for international cruise lines companies in Southeast Asia. So I deal with most of the time with the Asians, struggling Asians, the kids, very young, 21, 22, who may have some background about some difficult. So everybody requires some kind of a money source to feed. And in Asian background, we live for the family. We don't live for ourselves. So we need some kind of inspiration. So being the trainer for the young people especially, and to motivate them how to study well, how to develop themselves. You tell them that, okay, you need to work well, you need to work hard, they will not get motivated. But if you lure them with something which is very practical in this current world, they will definitely get inspired and motivated out of you. So I'm not talking to them about cash, money. I'm giving them the same word rhyming, but connecting to the development what they require. And this doesn't only work for them, works for everybody.
That's good. Well, I'm definitely going to follow this. I hope it leads me to the money because I need more money. So guys, as a reminder, my GCash number is 0917. My BDO account is 01042000 digital. I think, timer, how are we doing with our time?
We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, that's quite a lot of time. With that, I will keep asking questions. Toastmaster Shashi, I noticed that you are, I have stalked your Facebook page. I see that you cook quite a lot.
Yes, I'm
Yes?
a professional chef as well. Aside from being trainer for the hotel department, for the hotel industry and the cruise industry, I train for the culinary, I train for the restaurant, bars, personality enhancement, languages. So I play a lot of roles in the company for cruise line industry.
Oh, thank you, Toastmaster Shashi. With that, I will add you on Facebook because I think you will be a great friend. So the
Please,
question is, when will you send me some food and
you
drinks?
are
Because
most welcome at any time, sir. I would love to feed. I love to feed the people except my wife.
Contest Master number 2.
you will also add Toastmaster Shashi.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I will definitely be messaging you on Facebook. I'd love to copy some of your recipes. So, Toastmaster Shashi, if there's one dish that you believe would be your signature dish, what do you think it would be and why?
Oh, you know what, contest here? I can talk about this. A lot of chefs normally say that this is my masterpiece, this is my signature dish. A lot of people ask me this, and I always
Uh,
tell them, I'm sorry, I don't have any signature dish. Why? Because signature dish is something what you say, you make it the best. I say, whatever I do it best. So
I
you choose what you want to eat, that will be for you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shashi. I believe that's our timer. Timer, are we out of time?
Yes, it's time.
All right. So thank you, Toastmaster Shashi, again for being my semi co-host for a moment. To our Zoom master, let us please bring in our first contestant. As a reminder to those who are not timers, please turn timers, test speaker, and myself. So Toastmaster Shashi, if I could request for you to keep your video on, that would be great so that our contestants have someone to speak to. Everyone else, if you could turn off your videos. All right. We are just waiting for our first contestant. And I am waiting for, now I'm hungry. I'm going to go buy some food on my phone while the contest is ongoing so that right after I have some food.
Contest Master number 2.
I think our Division A director will be sending us our food. All right. Our first contestant
Ooh.
is in the main room. Let me just request for him to be spotlighted, which is done, and to be unmuted, which is also done. Contestant number 1, Ivan Berser, can you acknowledge that you are unmuted and that your video is on by saying good morning, contest master?
Hello, good morning, Contest Master.
All right, perfect. I just want to check. Can you see the timer on your screen?
I
Timer 2.
can both, yes, timer 2 and timer 1.
All right, that's great. Okay, so if everything is ready, I will now introduce you. Contestant number 1, Ivan Berser. Ivan Berser, contestant number 1.
Good morning, my fellow Toastmasters and friends. Good morning, Toastmaster Sashi. Now, in your speech earlier, you gave us cash. So allow me this time to give you change. Change is what you can do in your next speeches so that you don't only get to have cash or KASSH, but you also get to have improvements as a communicator and as a leader here in Toastmaster. Now, my change rather comes in 3 bundles. First one is profession. Profession means the content of your speech. Now, Toastmasters see what I heard from your speech is you gave us first definitions. Definition of cash as pera and cash as knowledge, attitude, skills, strategies, and of course, habits. I liked how you were very specific with all these 5 things that we can have so that we can have cash in the end, or so that we can have success in the end. I also liked how you tied it up by relating more to your audience by using a second acronym, which was MOM, Magnet for Money, Magnet of Money, rather. Now, one change that I can provide you, and I hope that you would consider, is I noticed that when you talked about the skills part of your speech, you said a statement about job hiring. You mentioned that people are not hired by skills. Skills come afterwards. That's why I was wondering if I would want to have cash, how would I be able to know that I'm competent enough if skills come afterwards? So that was one question that I was left with during the body of your speech. Second is what you can also do in terms of content is integrate more stories. I noticed that, yes, you told us about K, about A, about SSH, but I was waiting for your personal story because you mentioned how you are a trainer of magsaysay, culinary, and cruise operations, hotel and cruise operations. So I was wondering how you were able to show that you have this KASSH. Second bundle is you started with questions. So this is in terms of speech progression. You started with questions, with acronyms, and you also ended with questions. That made us think otherwise. Instead of cash as money, cash as these 5 things that we can have in our lives. Lastly, in terms of my third bundle would be projection. You had clear slides, your voice and pacing was great, and you used wit, para versus cash. Overall, to help you Toastmaster chassis, consider personal stories in your speech. Consider that you can also integrate other stories in your speech. That way, not only can you provide cash for people, but cash as knowledge, attitude, strategies, skills, and habits. Good morning, everyone.
We will now have 1 minute of silence for the judges to complete their ballots. Timer, please alert me when 1 minute is up. Zoom master, please invite our second contestant into the main room.
Time minute is up. 1 minute. Sorry.
Thank you, timer. Hello, contestant number 2, Kyle Astrande. Please acknowledge that you are unmuted and that your video is good for you.
Yes. Can you
All
hear
right.
clearly, Contest Master?
Yes, loud and clear. can we check if you can see our timers on your screen?
Let me quickly put everybody on gallery mode. Yes, I can see timer 1 and timer 2 on my screen.
Okay, so if everything is good, I will now introduce you. Contestant number 2, Kyle Astrande. Kyle Astrande, contestant number 2.
Success doesn't come to you unless you do something about it. Contest master, fellow Toastmaster, and Toastmaster Sash. As I was listening to your speech, I cannot help but notice that you were able to provide us with tips and guidelines as to how we can further succeed and become magnets of money. Let me first commend your content structure. In this speech, Toastmaster Shashi, your transitions were very easy to identify and follow. Each new idea was introduced with a letter with an adequate information shortly after. Knowledge, attitude, strategies, skills, and habits. You have combined these words with short pauses and made it clear to us that you were starting on a new distinct topic each time. Now, Toastmaster Shashi, you have this speaking voice that has varied rhythm and intonation. This means the rise and fall of your voice. Your voice demonstrated quality and a rhythm, a rhythmic beat, which adds color to your presentation. Now I have just two things to further challenge you on. And the first one is focus on your content. You know, while I was listening to the tips and guidelines to success, I was missing the moments where it was who have specifically adopted this belief. What were the challenges that made you want to adapt this and elevate this lifestyle and adapt it to you? Now, I challenge you to further add to this speech by providing us some specific stories of what specific methods did you do to realize that this was the key to becoming magnet of money. Tell us the failures by adding conflict to your speech, and by doing this it helps us to further relate to you as, you know, people who would persevere to succeed. We all want to succeed, but failure is always in line with our success, with as we succeed. Now, the second thing that I challenge you to do is to let go of your visual aids. Your content was written in a way that even without the presentation, it would still be as memorable. It would still be as impactful with your way of delivery, your voice modulation, your anaphoric way of providing us the cash, KASSH. Your content proved to be easy to remember. You can definitely make this speech a magnet of success without having the visual aids. Now, overall, you have purposely written this speech to inspire us and remind us that money or cash isn't the only thing we can count as success. So, Toastmaster Shashi, I look forward to hear this speech without the visual aids and to hear your conflict, your struggles, so that I can further and we can further relate to you. Congratulations on being a magnet of success. Contest Master.
We will now have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please alert me when 1 minute is up. Zoom master, please allow our third contestant, apologies, into the main room.
One minute is up.
Thank you. Contestant number 3, Rochelle Escolar, please acknowledge that you are unmuted and that your video is on by saying good morning, contest master, just to check.
Good morning, Contest Master Craig.
All right, you are loud and clear. Your internet is a bit laggy, but that's not under our control. Welcome to the Philippines. Can you also confirm that you can see our timers on your screen?
Yes, I can see timer 2 right now. Okay. Am
Okay.
I still choppy? I just want to
No,
check.
not anymore.
Okay, great.
Loud and clear. Okay. So if everything is okay, I will now introduce you. Contestant number 3, Rochelle Escolar. Rochelle Escolar, contestant number 3.
I want cash. Toastmaster Sashi, your speech was so amazing to me. As someone who is relatively still young and working, I keep thinking of cash. When I look at job openings, I would think about what are the benefits? How much am I going to get from this? How much cash will I be able to earn? But Toastmaster Sashi, today you reminded me that there are more things to think about, that there are more important things to put my focus on. Something that I really love about your speech is the way you structured your speech from start to finish. You used an acronym that was so easy to follow, that at no point in time in the speech I was getting lost, and I was able to follow through it from knowledge, attitude, strategy, skills to habits. Something that I also really like about your speech is the way you use transitions. It's not, there are a lot of speakers who would tend to use signposting and structures like these, and they would just go from point to point to point, but you were also able to give a transition. And when you were saying, oh, we already had this skill and this skill and this skill, I felt that this really emphasized your structure even more and helped me to really focus on what you were saying. Now, just a few things, Toastmaster Sashi, for you to become even more of a magnet for cash is to strengthen your visuals. At some point, I noticed that your hand, there were a little bit of scribbles in there, right? And I know if you have children, they can be a handful. So we can't really avoid that. Now, I do suggest to use that to your advantage. Tell your kids, no, kids, I have a speech today. Can you draw me some cash on my hand so that when I accidentally flash it to my audience, they would say, oh, Toastmaster Sashi talking about cash, and he also has cash on his hands. And that way you can strengthen your visuals even more. Something that you could also work on is to jump straight in. I noticed that at the start, you were saying, do you see my screen? Do you see my screen of that person? Now, I do suggest to jump straight into your speech. Start strong. You can say, my friends, do you want to be like the person you see on your screen right now? To just jump straight into it because you already have this wonderful speech. So I do suggest to start immediately. Now, the last is to help people visualize possibilities. Because as you were talking about your KASSH, I felt that, but what if someone disagrees with you, Toastmasters Ashley? What if someone says, well, I don't have the time. I have to put food on the table. I cannot afford to build on these things. Visualize, help us see what the important ways that they can use your um, feedback to really help us. So all in all, I love your structure, your transition. I do suggest you work on strengthening your visuals to jump in and to visualize possibilities. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sashi. More cash to you and everyone.
We will now have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please let me know when the 1 minute of silence is up. And Zoom Master, please invite our fourth contestant into the main room.
1 minute is up.
Thank you. Contestant number 4, Ken Nam, please acknowledge that you are unmuted and that your video is on by saying good morning, contest master.
Good morning, contest master.
Thank you. Can you also please confirm that you can see the timers on your screen?
Just to confirm, this is timer 2. Am I right?
Timer 2, correct.
Correct.
All right. So if everything is good, I will now introduce you. Contestant number 4, Ken Nam. Ken Nam, contestant number 4.
Sometimes we think about having all this money, right? Having a dream to achieve a lot. But have you ever thought about it? If ever a gajillion dollars just suddenly popped up right in front of you, would you know what to do with it? Contest master, contest chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests, a pleasant morning to all of you. And of course, to our test speaker, Toastmaster Shashi, a pleasure to finally meet you and hear your speech for today. Today, you delivered an early morning speech for us, right? That is sometimes unimaginable. But today, you exuded rays of sunshine with the way you delivered. And I felt a genuine positive energy from you. Like you wanted to share something important with us this Saturday morning. You began by sharing your thesis with us or your compelling message, the cash, not really the money, but KASSH. Now, that is something new to me, and I've never heard of this framework before, but you were able to share your credibility with us to make it more believable, as you're in the hospitality industry. So that's something that would make me say, wow, I'd want to hear more from this guy. Additionally, you were able to pair this up with your body language, your facial gestures, and of course, you remained eye contact with your audience the entire time. And considering that this is a morning speech, you woke us all up by using props today, by using your slides. And that gave us a concrete and it gave us a more colorful way of being able to imagine and being able to contextualize what you were trying to share with us today. But of course, with all elements combined, like with every great speech, this opens up doors of opportunity to bring your speech from great to excellent. So how can I help you? The first opportunity here is to utilize the tool of pause. Right? When you use pause, you're able to emphasize and you're really able to make your point get through to the audience beyond the screen. For example, hello, good morning, who doesn't want cash? Instead, you may try, hello, good morning, who doesn't want cash? It makes it even more, wow, okay, that's a question that always pops up into mind. Or have the continuous attitude. The second opportunity for you is to use vocal variation and pitch. Knowledge is power, and cash will follow. See, you can also use children's books, as I always do, or Spotify podcasts, something that I try to emulate, or use mouth exercises to keep this make this easier for you. And finally, share stories with us and make it more concrete, right? Habits. What's one habit that you've already done and something that we can possibly follow? Right? Wake up early, sleep early. Overall, your speech was spot on. You injected humor, you had professionalism, and you're like a TEDx speaker that I'd really pay money to attend for. So if I had the gajillion dollars, I won't only know how to get it, but I'll also know how to use it. Continue to inspire others on how to do that properly. Back to you, contest chair.
We will now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is up, and Zoom Master, please let our 5th contestant back into the main room.
Morning. Do you want cash? Money, money, money.
Wait lang po.
Ay, sorry.
Time up na po.
Thank you, timer. To our fifth contestant, can you please, well, I can clearly hear you, but can you unmute yourself so that we can start? Can I confirm that you can see the timers on your screen?
Yes.
All right. With that, let me introduce you properly as so we can start. Contestant number 5, Jappy Lee. Jappy Lee, contestant number 5.
Money, money, money. Lots of money. Are you familiar with that song? Contest chair, Toastmasters, and our speaker, Shashi. I really love that speech today. The things that I love is because it's an essential speech everybody can relate to. When Shashi asked me the question, do you want cash? How much cash do you want? I was already thinking, is he going to give me some money today? Probably my lucky day. Which brings me to the things that I love with Shashi's speech. First is in the introduction. It immediately drawed me in with those questions. Do you want cash? How much cash do you want? Immediately, things that went in my mind was, as I've said earlier, is Shashi going to give me money? Or is it my lucky day that I'm going to go outside and it's going to rain cash? It drawed you in, right? Made you think as well. The second thing that I love about this speech would be the content. It's very essential and a reminder to all of us that money doesn't come easily. Shashi was able to give us the hows and the whys. And cash isn't just CASH, but KASSH. Knowledge, attitude, strategies, skills, and habits, all of which are necessary for you to become a mom or a magnet of money. Who doesn't want that, right? And the third thing that I love about this speech would be the structure. As I've said, there was a great introduction that brought me in, the content giving me the hows and the whys and made us think, right? How do we do that? And of course, the ending. He gave us a conclusion. Decide now what you want. How much do you want to have? So it made us think. Now, what can we make, or what can we do, or what can Shashi do to make this speech a lot better? One is the vocal variety. Okay. Shashi was actually clear all throughout the speech, from start to end, no doubt about it. It's very loud and clear. Now, what could make it better is if you could probably soften some of the points, like when you said, do you want cash? Or how much do you want? So that the audience would pause, think, and hear that you are emphasizing on that. And the second thing that would make it better would be using the virtual stage. Given that we're just in a small screen, it would be great if you come in closer to draw your audience in and listen to what you're saying, and then probably just move around a little bit. I know it's just a small space, but it would be great if you could just move around a little bit. You did use hand gestures, but I would suggest if we could just move from place for one at a time to make it more better. So what would make me run for the money? Again, the great introduction, the content, the hows and the whys, and the structure, start, middle, and the conclusion. And what would make Shashi's speech better? The vocal variety, making it softer at some points that he needs to emphasize, and using the virtual stage. Contest chair?
We will now have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is up.
1 minute is up.
Thank you, timer. Judges, please complete your ballot sheets and send your results to the chief judge as instructed. Timers, please send your time record sheet to the chief judge as well. For now, the chief judge and talliers will proceed to the breakout room courtesy of our Zoom master. I see that the Zoom master has already opened the breakout room, so please join the breakout room. For now, this ends the Division A evaluation contest. We will call on a very special guest. How special? So special that we waited for a while just so that we can hear him share his, what's it called? It's no longer open. His middle of the program remarks. Let us call on to the virtual stage Toastmaster or DTM, our District Director, Richard Guajo. DTM Richard, please take it away.
Thank you, Craig. Amazing morning, fellow Toastmasters. Wow, it's nice to be able to listen to those evaluators earlier. Unfortunately, apologies for being late. We have some internet problem. And, you know, speech contest has always been one of the most important and probably the most entertaining and nerve-wracking program here in Toastmasters. And being a contestant has always been one of the best tool for everybody to improve ourselves dramatically, in a short period of time. That is why I would always encourage all our members, if you have a chance, if not this year, next year, hopefully, to take on the challenge and hopefully be inspired by our contestants this morning to take that next step and be a contestant next year. So congratulations to all our contestants. You are all champions. You guys have, I know, prepared a lot to be competing at the level. And whoever wins, always remember that winning isn't everything. One thing to win is your journey in your quest and all those sleepless nights practicing, trying to win this contest is what made all of you a champion. So, in behalf of District 75, we are very proud of you and we are congratulating all our contestants. And remember that you are already champions. And I also like to take this opportunity to congratulate your dad, Division A Director Glenda Abad, and to all the contest organizers here in Division A for organizing a very successful and smooth contest so far. So I know we just finished our evaluation contest. We're about to laugh in a while with our humorous contest. So I wish all of you guys the best to the remaining humorous contestants. And back to you, Toastmaster Craig.
Thank you, Division Director Richard. I hope that you get to your destination safely and that you have not yet been pulled over by any policeman for driving while speaking. Thank you so much for being with us today. And I will move on to the next part of our program, which of course is to allow not just our contestants, but also our functionaries to have a little bit of time to themselves. I know that when I was a contestant, I wanted to go to the bathroom about 10 times before I was called. So, to our humorous contestants, this is your time to relieve yourself before your contest. For our evaluation contestants, if you have been holding it in, make it like Elsa and let it go. Let's move on to our 5-minute bio break.
Time is up, sir. 5 minutes is over.
Thank you. I'd just like to check with our chief judge or contest chair if tallying is done or if all ballots are in. Sanay naman ako dinidedma. Just checking. Are we ready to start our humorous contest? Wait only. Okay, I'm used to waiting for people that don't come back to me, but that's okay. Let's give everyone a few more minutes to complete their 5-minute task. In Toastmasters, we always allow for a few more seconds. And even in our timing device, it's 5 to 7 minutes. So a couple more minutes shouldn't hurt us. I don't like this song, Zoom Master, because it reminds me how lazy I am because I don't run, no matter how many chances I get.
Thank you for that answer. Lady Greg, joke.
We will now have 1 minute of silence for the judge. Lady Ivan, are you done with your bio break?
All good and ready to go.
Are you sure? Final answer?
Very, very sure with my 1 million peso answer.
And the correct answer is no, you're not sure because you never know when nature will fall. Too bad, Toastmaster Ivan, you don't win the 1 million peso prize today. You may contact Toastmaster Shashi and ask him how to get cash instead.
I'm particularly interested with the menu.
Same. You know what I like about menus? They remind me that there's a me and you.
Yo!
Diva,
There's a little
I
bit of
saw-
a February debris there.
Yeah. I saw 2 thumbs up. Does that mean that we have all the ballots and we are ready to proceed? All right. Hello, everyone. I am back. I never left because I am loyal like a dog, not like your ex. I just want to check if everyone else is here. Please give me a thumbs up if you like me, a heart if you love me, and nothing else because you don't have options. You just like me or you love me. Just to see if people are back. All right, I see that 76% of the people here love me. Unfortunately, 83% of them are women. So for the 17% of the 76%, please message me on Facebook, facebook.com/Craig Joke Lang. All right, this ends our intermission. So welcome back, everyone. We are finally done with our Division A evaluation contest. I'm sure our contestants are happy that they have completed their task, at least for now. Now we will move on to the humorous speech contest. What? We will now introduce our next contest master. But before we do that, I would like to remind everyone that since this is now the humorous contest, you may invite guests into the meeting. So please message them if you want to. We will allow them to join up until the first speaker starts speaking. From then, we will allow them to enter every 1 minute of silence. With that, let me introduce our next contest master. Our next contest master is an area director as well from Division A Area 1. That's why lagi siyang ini-A1. Let me call on to the stage Area 1 Director Ivan Reyes.
Thank you very much, AD Craig. And to our district officers present, our Chief Judge, DTM Edel Demano, our contest officials, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, welcome to the Division A Humorous Speech Contest! All the contestants have met the eligibility criteria, which is to be a member in good standing, which means they have paid their dues, of a club in good standing, which means that their club has 8 or more members, because having less is just a social gathering. All the contestants have been briefed about the rules and timings of the contest, unless they have ghosted all of our messages. Timing will begin with the contestant's first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. So we suggest all contestants to faint after their speech. The time allotted for their humorous speech is 5 to 7 minutes. There will be a grace period of 30 seconds under time allowance and 30 seconds grace period after 7 minutes of their speech. The speakers speaking for less than 4 minutes and 30 seconds or more than 7 minutes and 30 seconds will be disqualified for the humorous speech category. The green color will be displayed at 5 minutes and will remain displayed for 30 seconds. The yellow color will be displayed for 6 minutes and will remain displayed for 30 seconds. The red color will be displayed for 7 minutes and will remain displayed until the speech has concluded. And the contest officials has reiterated that the choice of colors used today does not reflect their political affiliation. No signal will be given for the overtime period in case of a fault in the timing device. An additional 30 seconds will be allowed for the speaker. I request the Zoom master to please spotlight the contestants when they are called to deliver their speech and not while they are eating or cleaning their teeth. The speaking order of the humorous speech contestants has already been determined by a draw of lots. The speaking order is contestant number 1, Toastmaster Amelia Pagdanganan. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Aris Gueco. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Jolo Balaquino. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Atom Chan. And contestant number 5, Toastmaster Jessica Casison. Now, I will explain the flow of the contest. Everybody is requested to mute their audio and close their video. Zoom chat will also be disabled. The Zoom master will unmute the contestant as per speaking order. I will ask each contestant to adjust his video and audio settings and confirm the same by saying, contestant number, please acknowledge you are muted with a good morning, contest master. After your response, I will respond with the thank you and then introduce you as follows. Name first and then title, title again, and then name. There will be a 1-minute interval between speeches for the judges to mark their ballots. After the contestants have finished their speeches, a 5-minute interval will be observed to enable the judges to total their scores and transition the program to the next contest category. The tally counters will then collect the ballots privately from the judges. Announcement of the contest winners is final unless the list of winners is announced incorrectly, in which case the chief judge Tally counters or timers are permitted to immediately interrupt to correct the error and possibly fire the contest master. May we call for the Chief Judge's contest declaration. Chief Judge Edel, have all the contestants, judges, and role takers been briefed?
I am happy to say that they have been briefed. Back to you, Contest Master.
Excellent. Great. It's time to begin the contest. In case of a technical failure, the contestants end and the contestants drop out of the meeting, I will say timer. Please note the time. We will pause until the chief judge provides us the next instructions. May I request the Zoom master to please unmute the contestant number 1. And Toastmaster Amy, could you say good morning, everyone?
Good morning, everyone. I'm loud, clear.
Your audio is a little jumpy. Can you try again?
Good morning, everyone.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
All right.
Now let me introduce you. Contestant number 1, Toastmaster Amelia Pagdanganan. Why March was angry? Why March was angry? Toastmaster Amelia Pagdanganan.
Hi, my name is February. Yes, the month of February. And today, I am borrowing the sexy body of Toastmaster Amy because Hi, my name is March. It's my turn to borrow this body so I can tell you why I hated women. It happened a long time ago during an annual family meeting. That's when I learned the occasion that I'd be celebrating. I excitedly read my memo. March, Women's Month? What the? No! Fresh from a breakup with my cheating girlfriend. Celebrating women? No way, my friend. I watched as my pathetic sisters gossip about their memos. Here, let me show you a la Marites demo. OMG! I'm Happy New Year! That's my sister, January. That means I will never grow old because I'm always brand new, my dear. Ate, guess what? I'm the love month. That's my other ate, February. And I also celebrate Chinese New Year with you, which means I will never grow old too. Oh, you're nothing but a second rate, trying hard, copycat, and love month. You look like a loser man. Witch! With a capital B. Buwis language. February, that's my sister. April, why can't you be holy like me? I'm Mother's Day. That's my sister. May. It suits you, Ate May. I mean, having 31 kids, it's because you're pregnant every day. And what are you celebrating, huh? June? That's my brother. July. My sister, Julie. Oh, wedding bells, diamond rings, and Pride Month. What? But I'm the loyal member of LGBTQIA+ community. Complained Julie. Oh, Cece, at least you're the nutrition month. You can be healthy and sexy, but you will never wear a wedding gown, just like me. Excuse me, June, you're also Independence Day. Come back, my sister May. You always want to be on your own. That's why you're just a bride, but never the wife. Witch! With a capital B! Witch language! Sisters, let's repent. Hallelujah! Now you know why I hated women. Look at my sisters. They're not even humans. There's Bossy January, Love Hungry February, hypocrite April, mother nagger May, narcissistic June, and now that my brother July became Julie, she turned nasty. Looking at my brothers, I felt like an outsider. Hear ye, from the great Emperor Augustus. August is my name, and celebrating heroes is my game. What about you, September? Well, when I find myself in trouble, Mama Mary just asked me, do you remember 21st day of September? No, bro. But please, wake me up when September ends. You're drunk again? October? That's my brother, November. Of course, I'm Oktoberfest. Alcohol is life. High five. Quit drinking or I will celebrate you dying, warned November. Kuya March, I'm celebrating the birth of baby Jesus. Kids will love me. Yes. That's because you're pure, December. I said feeling somber. And then my siblings were looking at me. So what are you celebrating, March? Ask Ate January. What's that? Ask Ate February. Women's Month! Good job, bro. What? Why? I cannot do that. Toxic masculinity, said August. Oh, don't look at me. I'm a singer, not a woman lover, said September. I will celebrate women. But remember, girls, if there's alcohol, there's no protocol. I'm too sad to celebrate women, said November. I don't like women. They're old, said December. See, bro, you're the man for the job. I'm bossy, but you respect me, said January. You understand when I'm being love hungry, said February. Come on, we celebrate Holy Week together. Remember, said April. You listen to my endless talking, said May. You were there for all my canceled weddings, said June. Come on, bro. You're the first man I talked to when I came out of the closet, said Julie. Here, let's celebrate March and his glory. Let's drink and be merry. Now, let's praise the Lord. And then they kissed me and hugged me. And that's when I realized I cannot hate women. You, me, we all came out of a women's body, man. Women, they're not perfect. All they want is to love and someone to protect. So, fellow Toastmasters and contest chair, celebrate womenhood all year, not just when Pogi March is here. Once again, my name is March February. March February. March. Stop it! My name is Lola Cuentosera. Back to you, contest chair.
We will now have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots.
One.
Muchas gracias. Timer number 1. Zoom Master, can I request the contestant number 2 to be unmuted? Toastmaster Aries?
Hi.
Could we check your audio by saying good morning to everyone?
Good morning, everyone.
Could you also check if you can see the timer?
I see
number
timer
2.
2.
Excellent.
Okay.
So everyone, contestant number 2, Toastmaster Aris Gueco, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Toastmaster Aris Gueco.
Who among you has watched the Wonder Woman movies? Fantastic, right? Wonder Woman instantly became the symbol of strength, courage, and love. Today, I have a confession to make. I am the real life Wonder Woman. Because when people see me, they often think and wonder if I'm a woman. Did you? What is even more amusing is when some people confuse me to some of our local celebrities, like Judy Ann Santos, Angel Locsin, or Isa Segura, or Jambi Madrigal, to name a few. And when these things happen, I consider this as a curse, my greatest weakness, and I feel very embarrassed. Eventually and gradually, I learned to accept and consider this as a blessing because of the immense power that I've acquired and learned through the years. And so this morning, allow me to share 3 of these wonder powers. For my first wonder power is the power of fast reflexes. About 2 or 3 years ago, I went on a lunch date with a friend, and while we were on the road busy chatting, we almost missed our turn to take the right turn. In short, my friend swerved to the right. And in a couple of seconds, a traffic enforcer was on the other side, signaling us to pull over. Before my friend and I could think of a better excuse, the traffic enforcer was already right next to the driver's window. And before he could issue the traffic ticket, my very brilliant friend came up with an excuse and said, sorry, Chief, we are about to go to the hospital. My wife is about to give birth. And in a split second, I changed my reaction from surprise to as if I was about to give birth. And the traffic enforcer said, sir, it's fine. Okay, please go ahead. The hospital is straight ahead. And that was the first time my friend got away from a traffic violation. So thanks to my power of fast reflexes, we got away from a traffic ticket. For my second wonder power is the power of persuasion. Before the pandemic, I went to buy for Christmas decors into the land of all things cheap and made in China, Divisoria. While I was browsing through the Christmas decor stalls, a kuya vendor lightly tapped my shoulder and said, Miss, Christmas decors, 500 only. So I thought, miss pala. Ha? And so when I turned to him, I said, do you have any discount? Can you give me any discount? And then he said, as usual, it's already fixed and he cannot give me any further discount. So I tried even harder to bargain until I took out my big gun and said, even if I'm beautiful, you can't give me discount. Even if I'm Angel Locsin. In Tagalog, wala nang bawas. Kahit maganda ako, kahit ako si Angel Locsin. And then the kuya vendor finally gave in and sold the Christmas decor for 100 pesos only. So thanks to the power of persuasion, I get discounts without any perspiration. And for my third and last wonder power, which comes hand in hand with persuasion, is the power of beauty. So about 2 years ago, or rather 10 years ago, I went to Cambodia to visit its majestic temples. As I was walking through or strolling through the park, I realized I dropped my hanky or trusty handkerchief. Before I could search, then I suddenly heard a young Asian man running toward me and waving my handkerchief. As he was still far away, I was not able to understand what he was trying to say or what he was screaming. So when I saw my handkerchief, I immediately waved back at him. And as he come closer, I then realized what he was screaming. Chinese girl, you dropped this. So I had no choice. As much as I would like to ignore him, he was already right in front of me. So I accepted. I took the handkerchief and said, um, thank you. Actually, I'm from the Philippines. And then he said, Philippine girl, beautiful. As it turned out, the guy is Cambodian and a tuk-tuk driver. And he offered to take me to the rest of the majestic temples and took me back to my hotel. As I was about to pay him for his services, he refused and said, it's for free. So I asked why. And then he said, because you're beautiful. You remind me of a chubby Angelina Jolie. And that, my friend, is the power of beauty. You get tuk-tuk rides for free. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sharing this not because I enjoy deceiving people or confuse them that I am a woman. The thing is, you can be who you are. You can be your own superhero. You can be Wonder Woman, Superman, or even Batman. For as long as you accept your flaws, your weaknesses, and embrace who you truly are and who and what you have. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I am contestant number 2, Aris Gueco, the Wonder Woman of Division A, Area 2. And to all the judges, if you didn't find my speech humorous, my name is DTM Idel de Mano Flamenco. Good morning.
We will now have 1 minute for the judges to mark their ballots.
One minute is up, contest master.
Much appreciated, timer number 1. Toastmaster Jolo, could you kindly check your audio by saying good morning to everyone?
Good morning, everyone.
Would you like to put a little bit more volume?
Hello.
Is that fine with you? Just
Hello.
a little bit more volume would be better.
Hello.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Okay.
Could you see our timer? Timer number 2.
Yes, my sound is audible enough.
It could be a little bit better if it's a little bit louder.
Wait, I will use my headset instead. Wait for a moment.
No worries, we'll wait for you.
Hello.
Okay.
Much clearer.
Much better. Everyone, contestant number 3, Toastmaster Jolo Blasquino. public transpo. Public transpo, Toastmaster Jolo Blasquino.
Para mama! Finally, after exhausting, tiring, and exercising public transport, I finally arrived in the Zoom meeting. Good morning, everyone.
Who among you have a private car? React please naman dyan. Oh, I see many. Hashtag sana all. Me, I wish that one day I wake up that we have Lexus car on my garage. However, we don't have Lexus car or even a garage. Me, know how to drive. The only way is to go to public transport. As an expert in public transport, I would like to share my unforgettable and annoying experience in public transportation in jeepney, MRT, bus, and plane. So let's our journey begin. In jeepney, my pet peeve is when my co-passenger was so segurista. In going to Cubao Terminal, there's a big signboard says Cubao. There's a jeepney barker that goes, Cubao, 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 Cubao. And here, my co-passenger will ask, Ano? Cubao po ba yan? Wah! Hindi yan Cubao! Pabariki na yan! Pabariki na yan! Pabariki na yan! At the back of my mind. Also, this is annoying when your co-passenger was so lazy to give his fare to manong jeepney driver. One time, there was a two of us inside the jeepney, and I know he's glad. So, instead, I reach his hand and give him fare to manong jeepney driver. Don't me. But the most annoying at all is when your manong jeepney driver or barker will tell, Sampuan, 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 sampuan. But the actual capacity of jeepney is 8 by 8 or 16 passenger only. One time, I'm in a hurry. So I tried to fit myself inside the full jeepney. I tried to fit myself. Buti na lang, I am so sexy. In MRT, there's a saying, fresh, pumasok, mandirigma lalabas. Yes, that horrible MRT experience, especially BC, before Corona. Imagine the queue of passenger from Apari hanggang Hulo, and after you endure the long line, the next is you will enter the MRT couch, where it's so siksikan like a sardines. And you need to push and fit yourself inside the train or else you will be forever in the line. Thankfully, I have a master's degree in Tulakan and Pagsilid. Now, thankfully, that you can ride MRT smoothly, that the aircon was so cold that, that you can actually fall asleep and miss your station. However, Monday, line is still a struggle. In bus, have you experienced riding a roller coaster? Not the Enchanted or Disney, but I'm referring to riding an ordinary bus during midnight at EDSA. Have you tried riding those buses? Yeah, the buses was so fast. Yung tipo yung kaluluwa mo, hiniwalay na sa katawan mo. Wah! Thankfully, I survived riding those buses. Also, when the movie was so good, sometimes I did not go to my destination. Sometimes I finished the whole movie. The last time that I watched is Spider-Man 3, Work from Home. However, there was sad incident happened during my bus ride. when I lost my wallet inside the bus with the pack of men when I arrived in Goa. Thankfully, it has been 100 pesos in my purse after buying 32 inches TV on that day. In plane, there's every time there's a turbulence, I felt that the captain in the business class saying, "Fasten your seatbelt. The life vest below your seat." While in the economy class, where I belong, I heard the captain will tell, "Fasten your seatbelt," and repeat after me, "Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name." Fuck, every lads! Thankfully, I'm still safe. And also, I'm so annoyed when your co-passenger was in hurry in boarding the plane, as if the seat will run out. Hello, there's a seating arrangement for all. No need to rush. Then, if there's a delayed flight, I'm so annoyed when your co-passenger was able to speak in different languages. Able to curse in different languages, as if the plane will fly with those curses. I realized that in traveling in jeepney, MRT, or bus, that I need to be patient. I need to be also prayerful. And whatever your mode of transportation is, you will arrive to your destination. Para! Para! Here's my ride to my next Zoom meeting. Contest chair.
We will now have 1 minute for the judges to mark their ballots.
One minute is up, contest master.
Merci, merci. Timer number 1. Now let's call on our 4th contestant, Toastmaster Atom. Could you kindly check your audio by saying good morning to everyone?
Good morning, everyone.
Could you see our timer? That would be timer number 2.
No, I do not see the timer. Sorry.
Timer number 2, could you raise your hand or so that it would be easier for our contestant to locate you?
Okay, I see it.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, so everyone, contestant number 4, Toastmaster Atom Chan. May I go to the toilet? May I go to the toilet? Toastmaster Atom Chan.
Does anyone ever feel like they don't deserve to be where they are now? The feeling just grows, no? You win the area level contest. Everyone congratulates you, and you feel mightily proud about yourself. And then you realize that you were the only contestant from your area, and so your judges probably had no choice but to give your supposedly humorous speech the award. And then you realize that you must once again deliver this supposedly humorous speech a month later, but this time against all the other area winners of your division. And then you start to think to yourself, am I even funny? Am I here because I deserve to be speaking this morning? Or am I just here because no one else chose to show up? Forgive me, Club Tamaral, but I don't think I'm the best person for this. Because I can already expect that if I don't make you laugh this morning, you're going to hate me forever. You're going to want to throw stones at me. But we're online, so you're going to stare at me instead with those dreadful eyes of judgment while I stay on your screen. So let me make this quick. The imposter syndrome is an internal experience where you believe that you are not as competent as others perceive you to be. Sample A. But I believe that just as it is possible for you to believe that you do not deserve something you've achieved, it is just as possible for you to believe you can do something before you've done it. Thankfully, there is a name for this. It is called the Pygmalion effect. And the Pygmalion effect is a psychological phenomenon where high expectations lead to increased and improved performance. The Pygmalion effect is named after the Greek myth of Pygmalion. If you haven't heard of him, Pygmalion is actually a very great sculptor. He's so great that he was able to create this really beautiful lady. He sculpted this lady from scratch, and it was so beautiful that he fell in love with it. He fell so deeply in love that he prayed to the gods that the statue would come to life. And he must have prayed really hard because the statue did come to life. Call this magic, call this make-believe, call this fantasy. But I believe we have that same power within us, that power of belief, determination, to make our dreams and statues come to life. So my goal here this morning, Toastmasters, is to help you bring your statues to life. So let me do this by sharing a shining example from my past. It was sometime in my early grade school life, and I remember having to pee. It was bad, so I raised my hand and asked my teacher if I could go to the toilet. She said no. Hold it. So I did. Until a tingling feeling started to come from somewhere down under. It was gradual at first. Then it concentrated. It rose. I held it down. It rose again. I was either going to soil my adorable khaki pants or fight my way against authority toward porcelain freedom. I was lucky at the time because my mom had taught me enough good sense to know my rights and to know what I could fight for. So I stared my teacher down in the eye. And I ran out of the classroom, down the hallway, like I'd scored the winning goal of the World Cup. I took ownership. If you were here last month, then you know that that story does not belong to me. In reality, I was in nursery and it was the last day of school. Instead of raising my hand, I instead imagined all my classmates and teachers would think of me if I did so. I simply did not believe that I had the right. I didn't believe that I deserved to be disrupting this classroom experience. So instead, I sat down and I held it until a tingling feeling began to crawl up from somewhere down under. It was gradual at first, then it concentrated. It rose, I held it down. It rose again, I held it down. I began to be faintly aware of a puddle growing somewhere underneath me. I did not need to know what my classmates were thinking about me to know that something was wrong. But the bell rang, our teacher dismissed us, and everyone ran out of the classroom as it was officially the first day of summer. I was ashamed, but I was lucky. No one said anything to me about that, and in turn, I never said anything to anyone. So my point is that if you need to pee, then go and pee. And if it isn't clear yet, peeing is a metaphor. So is your statues. It is a metaphor for your hopes, dreams, and desires. Just as we feel the urge to pee, we feel this urge to pursue our desires and dreams. And if we do not do so, we do not know, we may not know how it will come out. If your teacher is not some fire-breathing judge of your humorous speech contest and your classmates are not pitchfork-wielding, stone-throwing audience members, then you should have nothing to worry about. Be honest with yourself and open to your vulnerabilities so that you will know exactly why you feel like you don't deserve to be where you are now. And in doing so, you can redirect your energy from trying to hide these vulnerabilities and focus your energy instead towards turning them into strengths. Thank you, Mr. Contest Chair. But may you please excuse me. My statue does want to come out. Thank you.
We will have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots.
One minute is up, contest master.
Much obliged, Madam Timer. Now we'll have contestant number 5. Zoom Master, could you kindly spotlight our 5th contestant? There you go. Toastmaster Jessica, could you check your audio by saying good morning to everyone?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
All right. Can you check can you see if, can you check if you can see timer number 2, please?
Wait, I will, sorry. I have another device. I cannot pin, but
But you can
I
see.
think it's on a gallery view, I suppose.
Okay,
Anyway,
that's good enough. All right, we'll start by introducing you. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Jessica Casison. Dating scam. Dating scam. Toastmaster Jessica Casison.
Valentine's Day just ended. Who among you are in a relationship? Please raise your hand, everyone. Don't be shameless here. Are you? Yeah. Congratulations to those who are in a relationship. And please stay there. The dating scene is already a saturated market, okay? Be sensitive to our single friends. I was also into dating before, online dating particularly. But I got scammed. The first time I got scammed was with Mr. Black. Because the first time that we had our date, he brought me to the most obscure, darkest corner of the cinema. As if put your filthy fingers on me. And he even had the audacity to put his face on my face and whispered, "Would you like to go to the church with me?" Oh my Lord, is he the one? Because this is the first time that somebody invited me to go to the church. But when we arrived at the church, he handed me a piece of candle. And lo and behold, I became a godmother. I just found myself in the middle of a baptism of a kid whose parents I have never even met before. And until now, I have no idea who that kid was. So, for those of you, if you have a 4-year-old kid and you're looking for her godmother, you're probably looking for me. But don't worry, I've been keeping tabs. I've been keeping tabs, and you can still claim this if ever I win this competition. There you have it, fellow Toastmasters. I got scammed. I should have bailed out the first moment I have seen that red flag. That guilt can't piss. You might think she probably learned her lesson already. No, I haven't. I got scammed again, and this time by Miguel. Miguel, 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 Miguel. The sophisticated Miguel, the fashionista Miguel. He invited me to a wine tasting event. I love Smirnoff, and it's wine tasting is definitely an upgrade from that Smirnoff. So we went to the hotel, and when we went past through the restaurant, I was thinking, oh, wait, are we supposed to eat? Or are we gonna eat something else? And he ushered me to the elevator. And when we went through the private chambers and entered the room, I saw his entire clan. They're all looking at me. And Miguel, on the corner, with the huge grin on his face, approached me and put his hands on my shoulders and said, Hi, Mom. Look at my girlfriend. Isn't she so pretty? Look at her eyes. It looks like an insect. See, I have a girlfriend. I'm straight. I feel so used. I thought I would be used in a different way, but still feel so used. I came there for the wine, not for the tea. So whatever his issue with his family was, I want to be deleted from that narrative. I should have bailed out the first time I saw that shocking red flag. His tattoo on his eyebrows. It's just incredible how stupid I was. I've already had that feeling, but I still went through these encounters. Why do we women, in our desperation to find love, to get laid, we tend to ignore our God given instinct? The same instinct our mother used whenever our dad, when they go home late at night. And we also ignore the red flags, even if they could fill the entire United Nations headquarters. And we still put ourselves into risky situations. With the proliferation of dating scams, the proliferation of date rape, and even the fact that every hour someone is being raped in the Philippines, we must be careful, especially with dating. So, from the bottom of my heart, if you see that red flag, run. If you had that gut feeling, run. Because you might not be as lucky as me, or you might not be as lucky as the victims of abuse. So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, stay safe, and I hope that you all enjoy your first dates. Back to you, contest.
We will now have 1 minute for the judges to mark their ballots.
1 minute is up, contest master.
Thank you so much, Madam Timer, for having our back. Now, talking about having people back, let's call on our Area 3 director, our contest master for the evaluation. AD Craig, please come back. There we go. So judges, please complete your ballot sheets and send your results to the chief judge as instructed. Timer, please send your time record sheet to the chief judge as well. And we are going to do our interviews for the participants and the certificate of participation. Which one do you want to do first, AD Craig? The certificate of participation or the interview?
You, like, up to you.
All right, we'll do the certificate of participation first so
Sure.
that we get that out of the way. Let's request all of the evaluation contestants also to come back to the virtual stage.
Yes, because I am so excited for this part. This is the part where everybody wins. Everybody wins. All right. I hope our slides are ready. Zoom Master, share with us the slides when you are ready. To all of our contestants, please turn on your videos so we can easily spotlight you. Let's start with our first participant for the evaluation contest, Toastmaster Ivan Berser. Toastmaster Ivan, not you, AD Ivan, the other Ivan.
I
Toastmaster
wanted the certificate as well.
Are you here? Please turn on your videos so we can spotlight you.
I think she's not around.
That's okay. We have a stand-in Ivan. So Ivan, please share with us your brightest smile as we take a photo. In 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you. Let's move on to our second contestant, Toastmaster Kyle Astrande. Kyle, are you here? Hi, honorary babe. All right. Show us your most beautiful smile. They're all beautiful, but
Look
the
at
most
that beautiful
one
face.
as we
Look
take
at
a
that beautiful
photo.
face.
In 3, 2, and 1. All right, thank you. We'll move on to our third contestant, Toastmaster Rochelle Escolar. Hi, Beshi. Hi, Beshi. Toastmaster Rochelle, I'm glad to see your luscious locks are still intact. I wish I had them as well. Please share with us
Share
your
ko.
biggest smile.
Can you share your hair also to us?
No, I asked first. She's in my area, okay?
Na mahaba naman.
AD first. AD first.
We need some. AD Craig and I need some.
All right, please flash us your biggest smile as I take a photo in 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, Toastmaster Rochelle. We'll move on to our fourth contestant, Toastmaster Ken Nam. Toastmaster Ken, Papa K, pakita ka naman. Why
Hello,
are you
hello.
driving, you guys?
Sorry, sorry.
We'll make this quick because we want you to stay safe. Please flash us your most amazing smile as you take a photo in 3, 2, and 1. Drive safe. You still have to meet me in person, so don't die yet. We'll move on to our fifth contestant, Toastmaster Jappy. Toastmaster Jappy, I see you're ready. And I still want that backdrop. Please give me the name of your contractor. Share with us your prettiest smile as you take a photo in 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, Toastmaster Chappy. I hope that one day you share your blessings. All right, I'll pass it on to AD Ivan for the Humorous Contestant Certificate of Party. Wait lang. Si Chappy nakakenlang pa yung balik natin.
AD Craig, we have such beautiful
Ulit.
Let's bring in Jappy
handsome looking Toastmasters. This
beautiful and handsome looking ABs.
Yeah, this is a good time to be single in
Yes.
Toastmasters.
Unfortunately for us.
Unfortunately
Blessings for
us,
everyone na lang. Let's bring back Toastmaster Jappy para tama yung name sa Certificate of Participation. Toastmaster Jappy, are you there?
Here na.
Sorry na. Okay, we'll take another one in 3, 2, and 1. You see, people always deserve second chances. Just like us, everybody makes mistakes. Sabi nga ni Hannah Montana, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. I'll give it back to Toastmaster Ivan for the evaluation participation certificates award. Ano dami?
However, AD Craig, if you give somebody a second chance to love you, you're giving them also a second chance to hurt you.
That's okay. As long as it's for you, I'll give you as many chances as you need.
I love hearing that since I only promised my wife that I will only love.
She's the only woman
She's the
you
only
will love.
one. She's the only woman that I will love.
No one said anything about men.
Yeah, that's not part of the contract. For our humorous contestants, we will present your certificates of participation. I love certificates of participation because this is the only thing that I always win whenever I join contest. Let's call on Toastmaster Amelia.
Napakaganda naman.
Look at that. Okay, please flash us your most beautiful smile in 3, 2, 1.
Toastmaster Amy, bago ka umalis, pakanta naman dyan ng We Don't Talk About Bruno.
Oo nga. Sister lang po. Service po. Sorry.
Toastmaster Amy will be our next concert queen in Toastmasters. In just 5 minutes, she was able to sing a lot of songs. Thank you very much. Let's call on Toastmaster Aris. Toastmaster Aris, please flash us your brightest smile. In 3, 2, 1, click. There you go. Did you design that yourself?
No, it was given to me in my on my birthday.
That's amazing. Maybe you should cosplay once.
No.
In live, I'm gonna request that in one of the Toastmaster meetings. That would be amazing. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Aris.
Thank you.
Next, we have Toastmaster Jolo. Toastmaster Jolo, how are you?
Hello.
There you go. Please flash us your brightest smile in 3, 2, 1, and click. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Jolo. Next, we have Toastmaster Atom. Toastmaster Atom, please flash us your brightest smile and we'll take a picture together with your certificate of participation in 3, 2, 1, and click. And thank you very much. Finally, we'll call on Toastmaster Jessica. Toastmaster Jessica. There you go. Please flash us your brightest smile in 3, 2, 1, and click. Thank you very much and good luck to all of the contestants. AD Greg, who do you want to call on first for our contestant interviews?
I'd like to ask you first. You keep saying click, but I don't see any photos in our group chat. Are you actually taking photos?
No, the Zoom Master is taking photos.
Ay, ako ba? Ay, joke lang. Meron, syempre.
Remember that our Zoom Master has a lot of minions beside him.
Yes, yes. I was just joking to make you a little bit nervous because you'll have to be the one to scroll through the recording later to take the screen captures.
They're gonna kill us if nobody took the picture.
Inabot ang July, guys.
I took the photos for my group. I don't know if you. I'm responsible. I'm always the hashtag backup, so backup photo.
Yeah, that's what's cool about this organizing team. Everybody's hashtag backup.
All right, how about we select one each from our categories and then we move on from there until our certificates are ready.
All right.
All right. As I said, I'm always the backup, so you'll be the first choice.
Okay, so let's call on Toastmaster Amelia first. Toastmaster Amelia, where are you?
Oh, yo.
Come on down here and talk to us.
All right.
Let's entertain the crowd.
All right. So how would you like me to do it?
Um,
By
First-
opening my video,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Hello, I'm Lola Cuentosera. Hello.
Oh!
This is my real face.
My first question, Toastmaster Amy, how does it feel to be the first choice? Di ko pa na-try eh.
Number one? What do you mean first choice?
AD Ivan had 5 people to choose from and he chose you first. How does it feel to be the first choice?
Ah, okay. That's because I look like her grandmother. Right? Toastmaster Ivan?
Yeah,
Look at me.
you look exactly like my dead grandmother.
Cutting teeth and all.
You're nasty. How could you? I'm beautiful. Look at me.
Let's since
I'm sure your
Toastmaster
mom
Amy
thinks
is one of the most beautiful Toastmasters.
Of course.
Tin,
I'm here.
tin.
AD Greg, let's ask AD let's ask Toastmaster Amy a love question. Why don't you throw her a love question?
I'm an expert. Come on, bring it on. I'm your
Alright.
Lola.
When it comes to love, do you choose the person that you love or the one that loves you?
Can't have the other. Can't have the other.
Yeah, I choose myself because I love me. You know, that's the only way for me to love you and to love somebody. And
In
that's
short-
the greatest advice of Lola. In short, I'm freaking selfish.
Yes, thank you for admitting to us that you are narcissistic. We
Correct.
will move on to the joke.
True.
Thank you very much. We'll leave it at that.
Thank you. We leave it at that. Joke lang yung narcissistic. Please don't call HR.
No, I'll
Don't-
take
don't-
it. Give it to me. Give it. Give
Don't
it.
email Toastmasters International at their email address support.toastmasters.
Okay, so before we let you go, Toastmaster Amy, show us your biggest kiss. There you go. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Amy.
Thank you,
Toastmaster Greg,
Toast-
what would you call on our next contestant to interview?
All right, I'll call on someone who we both know well and dear. I was gonna call Ken, but he's driving. So let's call on someone we both hold near and dear, Toastmaster Kyle. Babe, are you there? Yes, of course she's there because she wouldn't leave me. She's the only one who won't leave me, and unfortunately, she's female. So
This interview can take hours now.
yes, that's why I chose her. So we only have one per group, and then we'll wait until it's done. Toastmaster Kyle, you have joined both this contest and table topics for
Yes.
division. How does it feel finally getting both done and over with?
Very relieving and very happy to finally have it done. The build up, yung nerve, the nervousness that I've been feeling for days is finally gone because well, here we are and I'm very excited to know the results.
That is unless of course you win and then you're the person who will go to the VisCon
And then you have to go to
it's
Cebu
not
now.
over.
Which one do you prefer? The morning schedule or the afternoon schedule?
Earlier this morning, I was preferring to, well, I was hoping that it was an afternoon, but when we finished and started off early, it made me realize that it's better to have it done in the morning than in the afternoon. It provides a bit of feeling to have it done immediately than prolonging the agony. So, morning over afternoon. Gumising kayong umaga lahat.
Thank you. I think I will get back at Ivan because he made me ask the question for his humorous contestant. So, AD Ivan, why don't you throw Kyle a question you think she can't answer easily?
What would it take for a person that liked you before, or that you had a relationship before, for you to give him a second chance?
If there was a chance in the first place, then this person must have done something to me to ask for another chance. So if the person never asks for forgiveness, maybe that's one thing that I would consider. If anything, asking for forgiveness is always something that we can never have, but people will always want to receive. So I guess that's one thing, asking for a second chance and forgiveness.
You don't ask, you don't get. Right,
Don't
AD
ask, you don't
Greg?
get.
Yes, Toastmaster Kyle, name drop naman dyan.
Starts with the letter.
Starts with the letter Mark.
TM.
Did you-
Starts with the letter TM.
Norms na lang, Norms.
Norms.
TM.
Do you believe that it's a good idea to find the loved one in
We only get to
Toastmasters?
ask a question one time, tapos yun na yung interview. This is a recording session.
Malapit na daw yung tally, hindi na kasya yung dalawang tao pa. So extend na lang po tayo. Sabi nung the stage manager is doing like this, so extend.
Very
So just
strict
follow.
director, yeah.
Yeah,
very strict director.
tell Diva Glenda that it's her fault that you have 3 questions instead of 1.
We can flash the marching orders.
I will be taking over this part of the session.
All right, Toastmaster Kyle, thank you so much.
Thank you
Let's
very much.
relax from it before we announce our winners. Speaking of winners, other than myself, because I always feel like a winner when I'm with you, I feel like it's time for us to announce the other winners for today. Ako talaga yung winner, but the other winners for their fun. Are we ready, contestants? Are you ready? Please give us a heart react if you want to announce the winners already. If you don't, then
We'll call
wala
out another
kayong choice.
person. We'll call out another person and do another interview.
Pwede naman. We're still ahead of time eh. We still have a few minutes. So, pwede pa. I see one heart react, which means our contestants either don't want to know who won or
They are
they've
enjoying
already
the
given their
interview.
heart to someone else. One more time, heart react naman dyan if you want us to announce our winners for today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, I think since we have 10 contestants and 11 heart reacts, it's time, Toastmaster Ivan. So, ikaw na mag-transition.
So before we announce our winners, we will have our official photo for the event. Please turn on your video cams. If you're a judge, change your name first before you turn on your video cam. And we'll take a picture of everyone in the room. This is our last contest. Tan-tan-tan. Tan-tan-tan-tan-tan.
Don't say that. They might tap you for the discount.
Yun.
Okay, I'll start the counting and then our octopus of a Zoom master will take the photo.
Let's give them a few more seconds naman. To all
Come on
of
everyone,
our,
please turn on your video cams.
to all of our audience members and anyone in the room, please turn on your video so that we can have a group photo. If not, okay lang. Sanay naman na kung ayaw magpakita yung mga tao sa akin. Ghosting, ganun. Paasang nandyan pero wala pala. Carry lang.
You should give them free food. Like how District Director Richard does it. You have to give them free food all the time.
When I'm district director, I will give them free food. But for now, let's call Richard Tuaho to announce the mechanics of claiming your free one-person meal via Grab food. Alright. I'm seeing more people. I think this is good enough.
Yes, kota na si AD Craig sa kanyang hugot. De joke lang. Infinite yan. Alright everyone, I want the energy of 7 a.m. Energy, para nagkape lang. Alright, I have 2 pages. 1, 2, 3, and smile. 1, hold pa ulit. Sige, kayang-kaya ni hold. 1, 2, 3, and smile. Alright, back to you. Dalawang guwapings at magandang contest masters.
I think ako yung guwaping.
Ako yung
Since
maganda.
ikaw yung maganda.
Palit pa. Sorry.
Okay, I think it's time now to announce our winners.
Yes. Let me call back to the virtual stage the person who has been passing around all of her jobs to her favorite area directors. because she should be the contest master, but that's fine. We'll call onto the virtual stage our contest chair, Division A Director, Glenda Ganda Abad. Toastmaster Glenda!
I love you all. Thank you so much, our contest masters who are working so hard to make this event such a successful one. Okay, so that was, my friends, a fantabulous contest, and I personally thoroughly enjoyed being here. But before we go to our announcement of winners, I want to take this opportunity to thank all our contest officials, more importantly, our judges, our chief judge, our wonderful test speakers, my hardworking area directors, all our area champions, all our audience present, excuse me, all our participating clubs as well. Without you, this event would not happen. So thank you so much for being here and supporting Division A. Now, moving on, my friends. By the way, before we go to the announcements, to the announcement of the winners, I have a few announcements for everyone. May I remind all of you that we still have this opportunity to claim this limited edition District 75 black t-shirt if you take part in the one member, one recruit campaign. The deadline for this is on March 31. So recruit now and you get that black t-shirt. Oh, I want it. Can somebody give it to me? Anyway, and also, club renewals is just around the corner. Do not forget to renew your membership so that you will have continuous self-development through the Toastmasters program. Next one, we will have for all, especially for our contestants, we will have our district contest runoff. It will be done virtually on April 23 and 24. Then our district convention, this will happen on April 21, 29 to May 1. If you want to take part in the district convention, it will happen in Cebu. And if you want to be there on site, the registration fee until April 22 will be 4,500. If you will avail of the registration fee after April 22, it will now be 5,000. So if I were you, this will be the best time to register and take part in this our Cebu District Convention for 2022. If you can't make it there, we still have another option. We will have the virtual attendance. For this, you will need only to pay 500 pesos and you will be at the comfort of your home while learning part and taking part in our district convention. With that, my announcement for all of you present is done. We move on now to the most anticipated part of our program this morning. And yes, Toastmaster Ivan, if we have winners, you can have one of those. If you make it as the district champion, you can have one of those, okay? So, to my Division A champions, work hard.
Drink harder.
Okay, to my Zoom master, I wonder, who is our third place winner for the evaluation? Drum roll, please. Oh, yes.
I'm sorry to be our contest chair.
Yes.
I'm happy to say, I would like to inform everyone that we had a time disqualification and we broke a tie for this category.
Thank
Back
you
to
so
contest chair.
much, Chief Judge Idel. Oh, thank you for letting me know of this. Of course. Now that we are aware of this, we move on now to our third place winner in the division's evaluation speech contest. We had a quick pick. So let's open that video now and properly congratulate our third place winner. Oh, the suspense is killing me. Okay, there we go. Congratulations, Toastmaster Rochelle Escolar, for winning the third place in our evaluation contest. Toastmaster Rochelle, can you please open your video so that we can take a quick picture along with your certificate? There we go. And now please ready your winning smile in 3, 2, 1, smile. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Michelle. Now I wonder who will be our second place winner. Toastmaster, are you able to do the drum roll? Even the drum roll wants to be suspenseful. Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much and congratulations Toastmaster Carl for winning the second place in our evaluation contest. So please, again, another winning smile for you. Please get ready in 3, 2, 1, smile. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kyle. And of course, the most anticipated win of all, let's hear it. Who will represent Division A in the district championship? There's the drum roll that I was looking for. Right, first place winner. Congratulations, Toastmaster and Nung for winning as first place in our 2022 evaluation speech contest. Okay, I know you're driving, so ready, quick picture. Three, two,
Thank you.
okay, 3, 2, 1. There we go. We got it. Thank you so much. Okay, please keep safe as you're driving. Congratulations once again. Okay, now my friends, so that is our evaluation speech contestants. I wonder, how about our humorous speech contestant? Who is our winner for the third? I wait, before we go that, Chief Judge Idel, I wonder, did all contestants qualify for the contest?
I'm happy to say that they were all qualified. No time disqualifications, no tie was broken.
Thank you
Madam
so
Con-
much. Thank you so much, Chief Judge Idel. Now we move on to the humorous speech champions. Our third place winner is congratulations, Toastmaster Jessica, for winning the third place in our 2022 humorous speech contest. And there you go. How about that wonderful smile? Can we have it? And in 3, 2, 1, smile. Oh, there we go. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jessica. We move on now to our next placer. I wonder who is our second place winner in the humorous speech contest? There we have it. Congratulations, Toastmaster Ariel. I thought the chief judge would disqualify you for your hiret, but still, congratulations for winning in second place. Have a picture. Winning smile, please. In 3, 2, 1. There you go. Love the props. Okay, we move on now to the first place winner. I wonder who it is. Our champion and representative of Division A in the upcoming district contest is wow, congratulations, Toastmaster Amelia. There we go. Our Lola Puentosera. Okay, have that winning smile. When ready, in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Congratulations, Toastmaster Amelia, for that win. And so, my friends, again, thank you for attending our contest. And I want to congratulate all our winners and congratulate all our area champions as well. You made it this far. And my friends, please be aware to still be ready just in case something happens to our first place winners, second place, third place, fourth, and fifth. Please be ready and prepare yourselves for our upcoming district contest. And with that, I extend the congratulations to our division representatives and thank all of you for a wonderful morning. We are on time, and now I officially end our event by the power invested in me by Toastmasters International. This meeting is adjourned.